live from the green octagon, where the nicknames are made up and the long shots might just pay up. This is Chronic Combat Conversation.
You know TB's on the mic, flipping names on sight. Renames every fighter, whether wrong or right. Rule with the glasses, rolling up the stash, breaking down the fights while they chase that cash. Parlays, props, dogs, long shots too. Digging in the couch, finding change for the crew. Early week breakdown, Saturday they hit. If you're betting with the boys, then you know this is it. Chronic Combat Conversations. Yeah. Light it up, place your bets, no hesitation. Chronic Combat Conversations. That's right. Green like the herb in the cash and rotation.
Welcome to Chronic Combat Conversations, a live look at our best bets, picks, and predictions for every UFC event. With your host, TB Scouting MMA and
the Guru back again. Arriba! UFC Mexico City. We've got Brandon, the assassin baby Moreno, taking on Lonnie Kavanagh in your flyweight main event. Should be an absolute banger. You know what? We'll go to the co-main event. You've got Marlon Chito Vera taking on David the Spartan Martinez. Really excellent matchup there. Can he snap the losing streak? Guys, this might be one of the chalkiest cards. This reminds me of a Bellator, PFLator fight. What am I looking at here? So we had to pull in somebody sharp. Guys, he's got over 4,000 of you subscribed on his own YouTube channel. 25,000 Twitter followers. Clintus Maximus, diehard MMA podcast zone. Clint, buddy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, you guys, and a lot of that has to do with that intro song. It's got its own vibe to it. I'm getting late night 80s sitcom vibe. I need the crowd cheering when you guys intro me. I'm the guest for the week. I'm the guest star coming in for 2 episodes, and then I'll die tragically or something like that. You can kill me off at the end of the episode. I'm feeling good, guys.
You know what I'm thinking for you, man? I'm thinking that you're going to be Regina Turin's love interest for the few episodes. You know what I'm saying? Come in.
My evil stepbrother, kill me and then take my spot at the end or something.
Things went wrong at El Puerto Vallarta.
You're just too mysterious, and you go and you break her heart, man.
I'll ride off into the sunset on a jet ski, never to be heard from again.
Exactly.
We appreciate all of you guys so much for joining us tonight. Like the Guru said, arriba. Let's get this party started. It is one of the best intros in the game. Thank you, Rob Thomas. I hope you're that Rob Thomas, even though you might not be, but we appreciate you so much. Kurz, Daniels, Forrest went from 0 to hero.
If Rob Thomas knows anything, it's a good fucking song.
Let's go. So appreciate all you guys joining so much. Dixon, of course, always supporting the content and the theme song. But we couldn't do it without you guys. Honestly, we loved each other so much to break down the fights every week that we had to bring it to you on a weekly basis because it's a fun time. Why not, right? It's an amazing time. Join us live every Thursday, exactly 8 o'clock Eastern. We're never late, never a moment, never a day late, never early. We never have to change things.
Never.
We've got the best bets, the best guests, and always free picks. But listen.
That truly never changes.
Truly never changes. Truly. Not sarcastically. But what I would say, there's a couple ways that you guys can help support us. Hit a like on the show, right? That's one way. Hey, listen, thumbs up. You guys are doing great. Free 99. Same cost. You can also subscribe to the channel. 2-for-1 special. Now, if you're crazy.
I like a 2-for-1 special personally.
Yeah, I like a 2-for-1 special. What if you went 3-for-1 special? What if you were like our friend Camber? What if you were make the bookies pay? What if you were
order now.
John Newquist?
We'll throw in.
We'll name you a bet of the day after you if you decide to donate to the channel. It's up to you. You don't have to, but do the other things. You're required. Otherwise, I'm kicking you out. There's a lot of people in here, so make it happen, okay?
Clint,
And without further ado, yeah.
No, but before we get started, no.
Okay.
I mean, you can move to the. You can move to the.
Okay.
Clint, what are we doing, pal? What's going on?
Oh,
What's going on, buddy?
Oh no!
What's happening? What's happening, brother?
So you guys got me on the wrong night. I was telling you backstage, I got a sick daughter and a sick wife. I can't be doing shots on the stream.
Cannot risk your immunity.
I would love to. Normally, I'd be in, but if I come tipping out of here at like 9 o'clock at night with my wife sick as a dog on the couch taking care of my daughter, so I can do the podcast, she's not going to be happy. I'm going to.
You can't have too much
on the
fun.
couch.
She'll be upset if you have too much fun. That's understandable.
Honey, it was
Especially
terrible.
after she hears about my girlfriend and my jet ski.
Yeah.
You know what, Clint? I'll drink double for you tonight, pal.
I appreciate that. Picking up the slack. You're the man.
It's the assassin, baby. Maybe it's the assassin young man. It's Brandon Moreno. It's Lego Man. Minus 218. Defending his honor in Mexico City versus Lone Star Kavanagh. Plus 180. I wasn't sure if Guru was going to give him his own nickname, but I sure as fuck did. So, I don't know. This fight, there's a couple dynamics for me here. It's like, has Brandon Moreno's star fallen so much? Is Matthew Broderick not putting out the hits anymore? Because if that's the case, it could be Loney and it could be early. And if not, I'm extremely concerned for Loney Kavanagh here. This gives me like peace of mind park vibes. No absolute reason for him to be in a main event. It's on short notice. Oh, he's preparing her for a fight coming up the next week. Come on, man. It's like we're talking about Brandon Moreno. Competition way better than anything Kavanagh's faced to this point. Now, what I will say, like Charles Johnson, that guy is good. That guy is very good. He's inconsistent. So while he gets knocked down, Kavanagh kind of goes heavy for a finish early. Then Johnson tries a little wrestling. Kavanagh's like, no. I'm a reverse Uno card. Hits him with his own wrestling, and you just can't hold Johnson down. I don't think he's holding Brandon Moreno down either. So I think there's going to be issues in this fight if we're not getting Loney round 1, round 2 knockout. Severe issues. If not, Assassin Baby, we're talking round 3, 4, 5. I would say
TB, can I actually,
go ahead.
He's got 4 career knockouts, pal. 1 in round 1, 1 in round 2, 2 of them in round 3. Like he has been to none of them 5-round decisions, but he's just as liable apparently to win by decision 4 times as he is to knock somebody out. And he does it late more often. So with that all being said, to your original point, and to steal your thunder a bit, I'm not necessarily convinced just because Tatsuro Taira ground and pounds him that he's now just going to get knocked out on the feet by Kavanagh. I don't see that. With that being said, though, I think I won't steal your pick, TV, but I do think that I mean, if you're still feeling that angle, dude.
Yeah. So you could smell the secret sauce that I was cooking, because if I'm telling you Kavanagh round 1, round 2, and I'm telling you Moreno round 3, 4, 5, you probably got the idea that I'm taking fight doesn't go or under 4.5 at plus money.
Yeah.
If you can give me that, I'm all in.
Because where I agree is that I think Loney Kavanagh needs a finish. I just don't think that he needs it necessarily 1. He could get it 2, 3. Moreno can get it at any point in time. And I think that he's got a statement to make here, right? Because otherwise, what is Brandon Moreno's motivation at this point, right? He's held the title, right? He's held the title multiple times. He's headlined everywhere, right? Like, is he just phoning it in? Is he done? Does he care?
I think he's defending the pride of Mexico here.
Well, so then, and just historically, he's never done well in Mexico.
Oh, God. But he has gone 5 rounds with volume, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, and that's where I just get worried because, okay, I promise I'm not going to do this for every single fight, but it's important, right? Fights are an elevation.
Here's the real question, TB. If the fight does, because this is a conversation, it's not just a presentation show. If this fight does go the distance, you're certain that A, Kavanagh gasses out, and B, Moreno outpaces him. Like,
okay.
Because
it's at elevation. And Kavanagh, not only did he gas out due to pressure and not having his way with the fight against Johnson,
he was wrestling too much.
This is also his first main event. Like, I really do think if anyone's going to be prone to slow down over the course of the fight, it's Kavanagh. Now, is that a guarantee? Yeah. No, but that's where I would lean.
I think to your point, which was the most interesting thing I think of this entire breakdown, and then we're going to pass it off to Clint, was your comparison to Hyuk Park getting the main event shot. He's got a little hype. He's a little interesting, but it's too much too soon. It's too big of a bite. And I think he gets finished. So, and it's also flyweight. So I think there's a lot of comparable things there.
Submission?
So I think it's certainly possible. Why not?
Okay, Clint, we've been jibber jabbering. What do you got going on in this fight?
So I think you guys are spot on here. I really do. Loner Kavanagh has a lot to prove coming out. He's coming off a big knockout loss. Charles Johnson, one of the most confusing guys on the UFC roster right now, because he is going to have knockout wins over the champion Josh Van, and let's say Loner Kavanagh beats Brandon Moreno and jumps into that contender circle, he will have knocked out Loner Kavanagh, who is on his way to the title himself. Like, Charles Johnson is the weirdest fighter on the entire roster anyway. So Loner's got a lot to prove. He is definitely a front-loaded fighter coming in on short notice at elevation. I've got a real hard time seeing him beat Brandon Moreno over 25 minutes, you guys. That's just the long and short of it. I've got a very, very hard time with him, with seeing him win like a decision in Mexico City. I think he needs a finish. And I'm kind of with you guys that if Brandon Moreno is anything left of the Brandon Moreno that we know and love, he wins this fight via finish, especially if Kavanagh slows down. If Kavanagh's not able to get him out of there early in the fight and he starts getting tired, whether it's on the mat, whether it's just the volume, the exhaustion, the elevation, all these things, I definitely think Brandon has a chance to finish Loner Kavanagh as this fight goes long. I like the under as well. I'm also leaning towards Brandon Moreno. I just hate the price tag, you guys. I have bought on a couple of these aging veteran guys recently, like Jeff Neal, and watching them all just die one at a time. We're seeing a massive shifting of the guard, and I'm praying it's not my boy Brandon Moreno's time, because he's my current favorite fighter on the UFC roster right now. I don't want to see him go out like that in his own backyard, but I recognize the danger that comes with Loner Kavanagh. I think it's possible that he gets clipped and goes down because of all the wars that he's been in, all the damage that he's taken. Eventually, it is going to take its toll. That check is going to come due, and he won't be able to take a punch. Real quickly, though, guys, am I allowed to hijack the screen for just 1 second? Am I allowed to present something here for you?
Hold on, wait. You need hold on. Let me get you.
Hey, there's a button here that I can press. I think I'm allowed to take.
Please go ahead. Please.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have to approve it or how that goes, but Shady Beach Bum in the chat says that diehard MMA never had the makings of a varsity athlete. Okay. And I just want to set the record straight for a second. Your boy has not always been, over the age of 30 and with a wife and a kid and multiple jobs hanging on here. So I think, do you guys
need me to do it? Button? I will do it.
I'm not allowed to hit the button. It's grayed out, but I shared the screen.
We got to remove this.
This is your boy in his prime right here. Okay.
Oh, baby.
This is Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Pre-BJJ blue belt Clintus Maximus as he was climbing the ranks in jiu-jitsu tournaments locally. Like this was, I went to a grappling contest in California with my family, and we snuck off to the beach for the weekend. So don't give me this bullshit about never had the makings of a varsity athlete, son. I was a 3-time letterman in high school, all right? Starting on the football team for varsity, went to the state championship game, went to the all-star team. I was in track. I wrestled. Son, you don't know who you're talking to. I might be old and fat now, but step off, baby. Let's go.
All right. So
Clint,
hold on.
Clint, the real question
is, will say,
have you ever seen Sopranos?
Actually, no.
Yeah, you gotta.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, I know. Clint, that's your homework. Next, you gotta start. You gotta watch The Sopranos with the wife.
Okay.
Bud.
Sopranos is the homework. I'm on it. Was that a joke? Am I missing the joke?
Yeah, it's
so,
okay.
And it's okay though, because I love it.
I'm over here throwing heat at Shady Beach Bum, and he's
No,
messing with me.
it is the best show of all time, so that's why it's worth watching. But yes, it's a reference from that. It's very
So
good.
the deal is, Guru looks like one of the characters that says that line
Maybe
to
more
Tony
used
Soprano.
to. I don't think so anymore.
No,
Maybe when
well,
my hair was back.
This is the shady. I'm just telling you what he's seeing here. So he thought Guru looked like a character who said those words to Tony Soprano, the main character of the show, because he was
Okay.
his uncle. So he was
His
always,
fucking grandpa. He's his uncle, but he's like 90 years
yeah,
old.
yeah. So, anyways, it's just like you know, he says it about the Guru every episode. I guess you were the one in a loving way. But it's also a shout out to one of the best shows ever. So make sure everyone do your homework.
All right,
bet
I got
the fight
homework.
Doesn't go.
Go watch Sopranos. It's the best.
All right. Marlon Chito Vera plus 245 and Dr. David Martinez, mind you. That's his new nickname.
Yeah, why not
UFC official.
Why
I
not
don't
call
know.
him the Spartan? Who
It
was I
used to
thinking
be.
of?
It used to
Oh,
be.
what? It used to be.
Yeah, he's the doctor now because he's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
He's a doctor.
I didn't make that up. That's pretty cool.
It's better than Super Melly.
True.
Cheeto, is it hot Cheetos? Plus 245. This is where you start making bad decisions on this card. I'll be flat with everybody here. We can't go chasing dogs like crazy this week. Like, I get it. The prices aren't great. You're allowed to play props. You're allowed to talk to grandma and play some plays. Let's not bet every single underdog on this card because, quote unquote, the line's too wide. We're going to have to draw a line in the sand at some point. I can't be throwing out 8 dog shots because all these lines are wide.
It's a big D word. Discernment, boys.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's hot.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where you were going.
I know where you want me to go,
Wow.
but we're going with discernment.
So what I want from Clint, do you have any discernment on this fight? What do you think is going to happen here?
You know what? I've just lost any and all interest in Cheeto Vera, you guys. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I know that sounds mean. I know he put some good work in for us, but I think Sean O'Malley took his soul. I really feel like Sean O'Malley just took everything this man had left to give. He is now he's old. He's what, 34 or 35 years old. And he still, after talking for 2-3 camps in a row about starting early, doesn't know how to win round 1. I mean, that's been the focus of his last 2 fights is got to start early. He doesn't. He can't. Like, the guy gets in there and it's all memory muscle. He's so lackadaisical. And if you're not old to the point that he can catch you, if you're not slow to the point that he can out-volume you for 2 rounds when he does finally get his ass in gear, he's just not going to win fights at this point. And so I think this line might be a little bit wide, and I yearn for the days of old where Cheeto Vera would leave somebody's face busted and bleeding and then snatch their arm when they had nothing left to offer him. But I just don't think that guy's here anymore. So I think David is going to be tough to touch in the cage. And we saw, if you guys go back to like the Dom Cruz fight, that footwork gave him fits. Cheeto didn't know what to do with Dom Cruz. Now, Dom is old. And in rounds 3 and 4, this isn't even a 5-round fight. This is a 3-round fight. It took him until round 4 to finally catch Dom Cruz. Dom Cruz was up 3-0 on Marlon Vera at that point because Cheeto couldn't catch him. Cheeto doesn't know how to cut the cage off. So I think Martinez is going to just dance circles around Vera. He'll land when he wants to. He'll avoid the big shots. And Cheeto's probably just going to lose a decision. He's still tough as nails. I don't know that David's going to be the first guy to knock him out. But I don't see Cheeto Vera winning this fight.
Yeah, the more that I look at it, the more you really just can't get there with Cheeto as much as you want to, because you could look at his losses and go, Guru, he's only lost to, high level competition. Eamon Zahabi, Figueiredo, O'Malley, Sanhagen, Aldo, right? Even Yadong Song is top 10, top 15. And I don't even think that he necessarily won that fight. But then you look at his finishes, right? Clint, you say you missed the days when he was leaving guys bloody and bleeding. Who was he leaving bloody and bleeding? The retirement home Dominic Cruz, the retirement home Frankie Edgar, Sean O'Malley via crazy pineal nerve injury, Andre Ewell, the biggest punching bag of all time. Excuse me?
Peroneal.
What did I say?
Pineal. You're talking about like the pineal gland. I think it's like I get where you're at.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I didn't have it right.
Peroneal.
Thank you for
I'm sorry.
peroneal gland. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Nerve.
he's nerve. Correct. He's finishing Guido fucking Canetti. He's finishing whoever the fuck Will Jaburin is. Like, God, Brian Boom Kelleher. He hasn't finished. He's got the most finishes in bantamweight history and hasn't finished fucking anybody. Like, yes, finishing Frankie Edgar in a vacuum sounds nice. Finishing Dominic Cruz in a vacuum sounds nice. These guys were durable beyond durable in their career in their prime. They were not when they faced Marlon Chito Vera, right? This guy, David Martinez, is durable. Has tons of volume, and he's got power. I just don't know for Chito, man. I think they're putting him out to pasture. He'd have to come out and do something different. But the truth is, he still loses round 1. So if you like Chito, bet it 2, 3, 4 minutes in. He'll be 4, 5, 600. You take him then. Because to your point, Clint, I think the only way he does win is a decision here. Unless he just clips this guy. But, I mean, David Martinez could give him the chance. I don't think David Martinez is title contender material. But he's talented.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, his decision is minus 225. I know he's not submitting him at plus 3,000. But knockout at plus 650, if you want to talk about things that haven't happened, that could happen. But it just seems like one of these times, like I'm explaining, like you don't have to make every wide line bet. It just doesn't have to happen. Martinez by decision minus 225. It's just Occam's razor. And if Chito ekes one out, I don't necessarily think his career is fully back on track. Maybe, but yeah, Martinez should be able to point fight here and win.
Here's my last question to you, TB, and we'll leave it at this so we can move on. We took a bite of Rob Font, who's worse than Chito Vera. We took Chito Vera as a dog versus Rob Font. We took Rob Font plus 100 versus David Martinez. Don't we kind of, by principle, by proxy, have to take Chito Vera plus 245 here?
Here's what I'm going to say. For all the other fights that I truly think it would be fucked up if you took a dog shot, like this is one where you can maybe...
This makes more sense to me because look at the Michel Pereira-Zach Reese fight last week.
Damn it.
Right? Like, it's like, if the fight's going the distance, who the fuck knows who wins? It's 3 people that aren't watching the fight. And I had Michel Pereira. I was like, shocked we won. I'll take it.
Yeah, and it was just a gift to prepare us for the Fluffy disaster, which I would like to apologize to everybody for that. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I fucked up. So did Fluffy, but
he didn't shoot a fucking takedown. He came in injured. I don't even want to hear about it. That's
I was gonna say I saw somebody post a little something about maybe an injury like a couple of hours before the fight kicked off. What did you guys know? He shoots a takedown a minute. He shoots 5 takedowns a round. He goes 3 rounds, not 1. What are we talking? What?
No bueno.
He came in injured. I don't even want to hear otherwise.
All right.
No arguments.
Here's what I want to hear about. Minus 500, Daniel Zellhuber. Minus 500, the Golden Boy, versus King Green. His nickname, as everybody knows, is Bobby. His actual name is King. Plus 380 for King Green. I mean, this is a guy who's going to box with his hands down versus a guy who only knows how to throw kicks. And I think the kicks just might be enough to hurt Bobby Green. Or I'm sorry, King Green. But Bobby's his nickname. We're fine. I mean, the fact that we're going to a split decision with Lance Gibson, I just can't trust you to actually win a decision against Zellhuber. You don't necessarily have the pop or the volume of a Michael Johnson, nor like I think Bobby is kind of worse for wear than a guy like Michael Johnson at this stage. Like Johnson, at least physically, is still moving well. It's just if you catch that guy on the chin the right way, it's all over. Whereas King Green, we've seen a fall off. Like he's getting rocked by Jim Miller.
Bobby Green has 1 eye.
Yeah, it's not good. So head kick to that side, I think, ends the night. Under 2.5 plus 105. But I'm going to go by knockout. Plus 150 for Zellhuber by head kick. It's something cute. It's something small. It's not great. But That's the only way I would do it. I'm not parlaying this guy.
I like
And
the opposite.
King
I
Green,
like the opposite read.
you like a decision at plus 140.
Yeah.
If the fight's going,
Dude,
King
he didn't
Green
even
decision.
he didn't finish Lucas Almeida.
If the fight is going the distance, plus 650 for a King Green decision is not the worst thing you would have ever done. Because that means he didn't knock him out, and clearly
The over is going to be pick'em.
Oh my God, you're right. I mean, this is tough. It's
Listen,
either Green's getting knocked out or it's going the distance.
Or it's a submission, or he wins a decision. Like what? Yeah,
Those are
I
two
think
options.
I think the fight goes the distance. That's what I like. I think Zell Huber's a jobber. I don't think he's got the power. I think he's a volume. He's worse than he's a Wonder Boy type fighter, but I love Wonder Boy, so much worse than Wonder Boy, right? Like, but that type of point fighting bullshit. And Bobby Green is an awkward guy. So unless you come forward with like he's been finished by who? Hoofy, Pimblett, Turner, who's huge. Dober hits like a truck. You're pound for pound in Makachev. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but he's getting buzzed by Jim Miller.
Okay, but so he fights. Jim Miller's a fucking beast. Jim Miller and Zell Huber's a fight that I would see.
Well, Huber doesn't use his. My issue is Zell Huber doesn't use his hands. The dude is like kick
exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's
You're
head
not
kick or
knocking.
nothing.
You're not spinning heel kicking this guy. You're not Hoofy. It's not happening.
So I'm not sure that
fight goes the distance.
I get it. You don't want to pick a side there, but if the fight's going the distance, like I don't know how you wouldn't.
I'm picking. What do you mean? It is a Zell. I didn't say I don't want to pick a side. I don't want to play a side.
No. In a Green plus 650 decision, man. Like I don't see where Zell Huber cleanly out volumes him.
You want to talk to Grandma? We talk to Grandma, but
yeah, have a conversation.
You don't see where Zell Huber out like. You don't see where Zell Huber is just kicking and moving and Green just looks shitty and slow. Like, what do you mean you don't see how he could win a decision? He's going to land more impactfully. He's at this stage, he's a better fighter. But to the whole idea, I think Bobby Green's durability is over concern at this point, right? I think it's a little bit public. And I just think Zell Huber's not good. How many times have we seen the golden boy take a golden shit? He's been minus 500. Like he's a huge favorite versus Michael Johnson, loses. He's a huge favorite. He's a solid favorite versus Esteban, loses. He's a huge favorite versus Trey Ogden, loses. This guy's a fucking no.
Well, he's definitely not part of any type of like money line play at all. I guess.
But even when he wins, it's not. He subs Giagos going in for a takedown.
Yeah.
Okay, great. He has one finish in the UFC.
All right, fight goes. I honestly, I feel you.
I just think we have a large enough sample size on this guy of 6 UFC fights that we know he's not finishing Bobby Green.
Damn,
you know
what? I'm gonna listen to you
at a 50% clip. At that right, we playing numbers, right?
Okay.
At a 50% clip, he's not. He's had 6 UFC fights. He went to decision in 5 of them.
Jeez. All right, man. I'm listening.
That's
Clint,
how I feel.
Clint, how do you feel?
You know what? This one is over the week. You know, so first off, somebody in the chat said I better be sitting real close by so I could pull out the tinfoil cap. I got it here. I got the tinfoil cap here. So I think that this is Daniel Zellhuber's coming out weekend, you guys. I think this is the week where Daniel Zellhuber becomes a man, okay? Wow. Let's not forget. This kid is 26 years old. He's still a child. He doesn't even have his man muscles yet. Like, this man is not fully grown into that frame yet, okay? And the UFC tried to put him on a rocket ship to send him into contender and stardom, and it didn't quite pan out. Now, sometimes that happens. I have been way too hard on Michael Johnson. All right, the last couple of years, I was ready to bury Michael Johnson in 2023, and he's still coming out and doing the damn thing. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He's 4-1 in his last 5 fights. Like, Michael Johnson still got it, you guys. I didn't think he did, but apparently he does. So I'm actually not going to hold that fight against Daniel Zellhuber. Now, Esteban Ribovics, who's finishing Esteban Ribovics? Like, nobody. Like, there's no chance. Nobody's finishing Esteban. Who's finishing Michael Johnson? I mean, I used to talk about this guy being chinny. He used to get caught. He doesn't anymore. You know, Carlos Diego kind of fluked him at one point, but what, Josh Emmett knocked him out back in 2019? Like, cry me a river. Like, that's, everyone's getting knocked out by Josh Emmett. People have died when Josh Emmett punched them in the face. So these guys are tough. These guys are durable. He's had veterans, and he's incredibly young. He's training at Extreme Couture, which is a great gym, mind you, for the kind of style that he has. And he's going to be developing and getting better every time we see him. I listened to an interview with him this week, you guys, and apparently last year, like the last 2 years, he's been struggling with unreleased injuries. He's had surgeries that nobody's talked about. So the UFC is pushing this kid. They're trying to get him up into the contender circle, and physically his body was breaking down. So now he's healthy. He's in a spotlight situation in UFC Mexico. And I don't know if you guys have seen this. And again, I'll bring the tinfoil cap back for this one. He's doing the social media thing, you guys, where he's got the whole family with him. It's group photos. He is living his moment. He's having like a full-on photo shoot with everybody leading up to this one. Now, if he was 38 years old, I would think that meant he was hanging it up, but he's not. He's 26. This means he's going out there and he's taking a head. So I think that Daniel Zellhuber is going to scalp Bobby King Green on Saturday. I think he's going to take what's left of his head off, because Bobby Green is going to look for punches. He's going to come forward, and he's going to get caught by a knee coming in. He's going to get caught by a spinning heel kick. You know, the one thing with Zellhuber, he is nasty with his submissions. This might be a club and sub, you guys. I know Bobby Green is really difficult to actually finish by submission. His submission defense is really, really good. But when you've got those long arms like that, high elbow guillotines, anaconda chokes, like those are the kinds of things that you can get caught in, especially if you get rocked before it happens. I think Zellhuber comes out and shows us who he's going to be in the future on Saturday. I actually think he shows up in a big way, and I like the inside the distance.
I love it. All right, Clint. Fair enough. We're going to see.
And Clint, to your point, to be a minus 500 price tag, you better get that fucking finish, boy. So.
For sure. But you know what? I think that Bobby Green at this stage of his career is basically a less durable opponent. He's a less durable version of Zellhuber's last opponent. You know what I mean? This is Michael Johnson a little bit chinnier. That's exactly what this is. So the UFC is basically just like, roll it back, dude. Like, we're going to give you the same test. It's just going to be a little bit easier for you to get the win. That's how I think this goes on Saturday.
All right. He's planting his flag. I like it.
I like when Clint digs in.
Let's go.
Gets me excited.
Ryan
Clint always gets me excited.
Yeah, and Ryan, welcome to the channel, brother. We welcome all with open arms. The name also, if you guys know what, Triple C stands for, there's a lot of double, triple, quadruple entendres there. Triple C, chronic can mean many things. So we're open to everybody having a great time with our show. Appreciate all you guys joining. And hey, make sure you like and subscribe, right? Appreciate you so much. All right, we got Burro Chicali, Edgar Shairez versus Filipino Felipe Bunes. Minus 325 on the Shairez side, plus 260 for Felipe Bunes. Yeah, this fight is just going to be this right here. I'm bringing it back for this fight. Elevation. That's why the line is where it is. Bunes is a fantastic round one fighter. Shairez can go for 15. Bunes is buns after the first round. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is why Edgar Shairez, and by 2-3, and it's by sub, but I'm not, I just think round 2, round 3 for Shairez, this is going to be one of those scenarios where you have someone with a trusted gas tank versus someone that is going to slow down. So Shairez is probably a more solid choice for me. I don't think he's getting finished in round 1. Like Tatsuro Taira is a way bigger grappling threat than Felipe Bunes. And we've seen Shairez put him in a few interesting and dangerous positions as the fight went on. Yes, also losing to Josh Fan. It happens, right? Clayton Carpenter, Dana White's Contender Series, spam wrestler, cardio for days. You can't say these things about Filipino. I'm sorry. So for me, Puro Chicali, we got Edgar Chairez, and it's probably by round 2, round 3. And the fact that he's got 4 KOs and 8 subs, it's probably by round 2 submission. That's what I'll say. Guru, Bunes has been subbed twice. He's also been knocked out once. What do you think about this fight?
I think that he's durable. No, I mean, like, I see the vision. Like I just kind of said in the last fight, you're going to be north of minus 200, right? You're minus 325. You better get this damn finish, man. And to that whole point, what is Edgar Chairez by finish? Because, guys, he has 12 wins and he has 12 finishes. So it's his win condition.
Let me tell you what the price is. Because it's pretty flat across all 3 methods. It's like plus 200 range for everything. So I'm pulling up to win by finish props for you. I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
like,
It's
even
taking
at Pick'em, even at like minus 110, like I would, if you really like Chairez, you got to play that.
All right. Well, DraftKings minus 115. I think we need to immediately hunt for where we can find the best price on that, because I think we're onto something. Clint, how about you tell us how you're feeling about this fight? I think you got a slightly different angle, but do you have similar feelings?
Yeah, I have similar feelings. I ended up doing the chalk parlay, you guys. I can't help it this week. There's 3 people that I like. I tied them all in a parlay, and I'm just counting on the home team to do some damage. You know what I mean? It's that kind of a week. Like you were saying at the top of the show, you could fire on all these dogs because the lines are wide. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to avoid the landmine. I've got a 3-legger that pays about even money, and that's all I'm doing so far. Chairez is one of those pieces, and it's funny because after kind of sinking my teeth in, I wish Zell Huber was one of those pieces. He's not in the parlay. So I got Chairez. I've got him on the money line. I'm a chalk eating weasel this week, but I agree with all the sentiments. I don't think Felipe is UFC caliber. I've been saying that since he got here. I think he's good in round 1. We've seen how tough and durable Chairez is, so we know he's going to be there still in round 2 and round 3. Felipe will fade. Chairez has a massive grappling edge, and I think he uses it too. So if you're at elevation and you're tired and you're under Edgar Chairez, it's not going to go well for you. So I envision a finish, but if something happens and both guys get tired, Chairez can lay on top of him or punch his way and jab his way to a decision if he needs to. I just need money line, Chairez. Come on, buddy. Get this dub for me.
I like it, Clint. Guru, anything further on this fight? Do you feel confident about Chairez and a potential? If we were to give out one parlay for the week, would you have him in it?
I would.
Okay, sounds good to me, because I think he would qualify. I'm finding minus 115s everywhere right now, brother, by the way. I'm hunting. And I'm not going to stop hunting. So we're going to do our best to find you guys plus money on Chairez inside the distance. If not, we'll take minus, what was it, 110 we said? Fuck, I think 115 is the best I'm seeing. Damn. All right, we're moving on. Sorry. Are we? Okay, yeah. Okay, we've got Imanol Rodriguez, the Hitman, minus 455 versus El Gallo Negro, Kevin Borjas, the Black Cock, plus 350. I'm sorry, Rooster. What do you guys want to say? It's up to you. Kevin obviously chose violence with his nickname. Minus 455 on the Imanol Rodriguez side.
The Black what?
Yeah, El Gallo Negro. Gallo is cock or rooster. So he's the Black Cock or rooster.
Okay.
That's how you feel about it.
Okay.
Welcome to Spanish with TB. And I learned Spanish, but that doesn't mean I am Spanish. I'm sneaky.
Sneaky, sir.
Sneaky, sir. Yeah, but Imanol, I mean, here's what I think is going to happen in this fight.
Listen, all I'll tell you is Imanol is exciting. He was a solid young kid on the Ultimate Fighter, and he's shown to be a finisher, right? Like he's everything that what they're looking for. But this young kid, inexperienced, that's not a word, inexperienced and being minus 450 just gives me all the heebie-jeebies in the universe.
He's got Ajita.
I got Ajita, you know?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And I'll tell you this. The Black Cock has been finished twice. And it's both in round 2. TB, what if I told you we just need to yell, you got to fight for 7.5 minutes?
Damn, I want to fight, brother.
Right? What if we're just going over? He can still finish this guy. He can still do what he needs to do. But maybe it happens later. If at all. If at all. Because these are lower weight classes. This guy's making his UFC debut. He's going to win. He's going to be the more violent, more physical fighter. He's got more paths to victory. He's more talented. But maybe he doesn't get that finish.
Wow. Clint, what are you thinking here?
I just can't stop thinking about El Gallo Negro at this point, man. Like it's stuck in my head.
Clint, you got black cock on the mind, team? What is happening here?
You guys wish you could fight. I wish I had El Gallo Negro. No. Man, Imanol Rodriguez is one of my 3. You guys, he's in the parlay. I am just kind of giving up on my own analysis here, you guys. I don't know if you do. So if you guys do like, fantasy football or anything like that, right? You watch these guys in college and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to draft this kid. And then they go in like the 7th round and you're like, fuck. I guess he sucks, right? I guess I don't know shit, right? So I'm going to trust the scouts. And you know who scouted Imanol Rodriguez? Daniel Cormier.
Wow.
DC thinks this kid is the goods. And you know what? We just saw what another one of DC's trainees did last week. So I am trusting that Daniel Cormier is really good at picking out fighting talent, and I am throwing him money line in the parlay. I think it's very similar to the last fight we broke down with Chirez. We've seen Kevin get backed up. We've seen him hurt with body shots. We've seen him slow down over the course of the fight. I actually kind of like the over 1.5 here in this fight. At minus 145, I don't think Rodriguez is like face planting Boras in round 1. I hope he does. For the sake of my parlay, I won't have to sweat anything if he pulls that off. But I give Boras a little bit more credit than that. So I think Imanol Rodriguez is going to hurt this guy, beat him up. And then as he slows down, as he is trapped on the back foot, when he gets pinned up against the fence and has nowhere to run, Rodriguez is going to rib roast him until he falls over. So I'm thinking it's a round 2, round 3 TKO for Rodriguez. But I wouldn't be shocked if this step up in competition, it took Rodriguez a little bit more time to figure things out. At elevation, if he wasn't able to produce the kind of volume it takes, I wouldn't be surprised. So a decision is on the table here is what I'm saying. And that's why I think the money line makes sense to me here. I do think this is a spot for Rodriguez to shine as long as he doesn't fuck it up. He should win this fight. So money line parlay, man, I'm just hitting the button.
Damn. I respect that. Where I kind of land on the Imanol side is I expect him to offer something that Borjas hasn't had to deal with for a little bit, and that's a way better grappler. Like, this is a guy that took Boppo's back in round 3 and somehow lost a splitty on tough to Boppo, Joseph Morales. All these guys like last week, like, oh, Morales, he's like, he should be like a top 5, top 10 guy coming up. If that's the case, Imanol fits in that conversation. So I understand what you're saying, Clint, about being excited about him as a prospect. I would consider him about in the parlay, but I'm not going to fight about it because I understand your point as well. That's a little bit too much. And then
I'd put him with Chirez in the parlay.
All right, let's do it. Because then the thing about Imanol is that he's bringing a grappling game that I think is going to cause Borjas tons of problems. Because say Imanol's on the feet, he's throwing leather, and Borjas held his own in the van fight, right? So. And he holds his own against a big, tall guy in Muderji. And Imanol, I don't know if I trust him enough with the calf kicks to destabilize and get him to quit with that. But what I do expect is if he doesn't like how it's going on the feet, he's going to have a vast advantage on the mat. And that could be enough in its own right, because if we're looking at the winning methods here, this is where I start getting a little interested. The knockouts plus 100, the subs plus 550. I know he's got 5 knockouts and 1 sub, but I watched what I watched against Joseph Morales. And if you take his back, you're not going to just sub him. But I think you could against Borjas. And it might be cute for a cheeky little play. But, all right, beautiful. Other than that, yeah, I think he's parlay piece. So we're moving on. We already yelled at you guys enough. Please like, subscribe, do everything that you have to. If you're crazy, you donate, but don't worry about it. We're moving on. We've got the border boy, Santiago Luna, minus 625 versus, is he the Angel Pacheco or is he the Demon? Angels and Demons, plus 490, Angel Pacheco.
That's the fucking worst nickname of the year. That makes me so mad. That is the worst. TB, what are we, 5 events into the year? That was the worst one of the year.
Why? What did you want?
I don't care.
What do you want? What would your nickname be?
I would have taken Angel Isaiah Pacheco. Like, that's even funnier than the Demon. It's horrible.
Angels and Demons, man. That's
what I came up with in 0.2 seconds of thinking about it. So already better than yours.
Yeah, but he doesn't run through a
look at Dixon Sider, right? He says Angel Hair Pacheco. Like, that's fantastic.
All right, that's good.
That
one's good. Yours was
way
not
better
great.
than yours.
Is good. Since he's hairy. That's damn. All right. See, this is why I want people to help me out.
You need to help yourself before
All
we
right,
can
but
help
anyways, what's important is that you don't bet on this fight. It's not, it's not worth it. Pacheco, he's got some type of like disgusting chin issue. Maybe Luna by decision, right? Maybe, but I plus 350 Luna by decision.
He's gonna finish him.
All right. Well, knockouts plus 130, subs plus 200.
He finished.
Good luck finding the right
He's
answer.
This is not a tough guy. This is not a Dana White Contender Series guy. This is not. I don't even think it was was he short notice?
Quang Bang.
He actually was short notice.
Yeah.
He was short notice filling in for the doctor, actually, who pulled out. Interesting. Okay, but we picked him over Quang Bang, and I mean, not that he's amazing and should be minus 625, but Angel Pacheco, if you're thinking about who are the worst fighters in the bantamweight division, he's a bottom feeder. He is one of the worst fighters in the division.
You're saying he's a bottom? Oh, God.
Jesus, man. Get your head out of the gutter. I said he's a bottom feeder.
Right,
Angel the bottom Pacheco has a ring to it.
Listen, at least I am listening.
No, you listen.
I'm listening to your breakdown at least.
No, you listen here. It's you listen here. It's Santiago Luna any way that he wants. Santiago. It's Santiago.
You want him in the parlay?
And I mean, what does minus 625 do for you in a parlay?
That's what I'm
make
saying.
You sweat your balls off.
That was just the way you were talking about it. I wasn't sure what you wanted.
It's just any way that he wants.
Okay, all right. Any way you want it, that's the way he'll get it. Clint, how are you getting it for this fight?
Well, apparently I'm sweating my balls off. Luna's the last leg, guys.
Let's go.
Luna's going to be the last leg of my 3-legger parlay.
Wait, so what's the parlay, Clint? It's Luna?
It's Imano Rodriguez, Edgar Chairez, and I will tell you guys, for science's sake, you get minus 169 in that 2-legger. Luna takes you to minus 118. I got it at minus 111, so I shaved just a little bit more off there. I got it at minus 111.
Are we tailing Clint? Is that what's happening? I kind of like it.
I think we're talking spicy time.
I'm saying you've got 3 absolute throwaways by the UFC, you guys. They don't care about Angel Hair. Kevin Barros is old news. Felipe Bunez only got signed to buff people's records. Like, the point of these 3 fights is so that Mexico doesn't get reverse swept like they did in the Sphere, okay? It was embarrassing for the UFC to throw a Mexico card and then have all of them get their asses whooped. This entire card is Dana just saying, find me Mexican talent. That's what Dana White's Contender Series has been. It's a psyop for the last year, is them just finding Mexican prospects for this card. So they're being put in positions where they can win. Yes, they're big favorites. I just think they're all getting it done. And I like this Luna kid. I don't know that he's going to finish Angel Pacheco because that's the one thing. Angel has been tough. However, Angel's been gone for like 2 years, you guys. Like, what's he doing? Like, I know at my age, okay, I'm 38 years old. If I disappear for 2 years, it's because something's wrong with my fucking knee. It's because I can't get out of bed, right? Like, if I'm not showing up, it's for a reason. This guy's at the end of his path in the UFC, and he's had kind of a rough shot in the UFC to begin with. He's got pillow fists. Yes, there's high volume, but he's not hurting anybody, and he can get countered so easily. He's there to be hit in every single fight. This is a spot for Luna to show out. And again, the reason I'm going money line with these guys is because this is a step up. I'm granting it's a step up. Some of these guys may be too tough for these young goods to put away at elevation. He might win a decision. I think it's inside the distance. He might win a decision, so I'm just slapping the button. 3-legger parlay, close to even money. That's all I got for you.
Damn it. Well, I'm boosting it right now on MGM for one unit at -104. I'll take it. I'm going to hit that. I'll consider how much more I do past that. But it sounds like fun to me. I think you're right, Clint. I think we've got a few setup spots here. And, you know, these are the ones where I think the talent stands out. And there's going to be some other wide lines where I'm not so sure the favorite's talent stands out as much as the other guy sucks. But yeah, no, I think you've done a good job with your discernment here.
We're fading the scrubs, man. That's all we're doing with this parlay is fading the scrubs.
Listen, Clint's got that big D, and nobody can say otherwise. He's got that discernment.
Let's go, baby. That big. Oh, baby. All right. So one last thing I'll say about what Clint was kind of mentioning about this fight that's going to carry over to at least one other fight. Super long layoff. Older guy. I think he's like suffered an injury against Calvin Loughran in the cage, like with all the calf kicks and times he got dropped with those and stuff or something like that. This is like the UFC being like, hey, buddy, like you still get to fight one more time so we can get medical clearance and then we could prove that like you were okay.
Eric
like,
Silva,
fight again.
Excuse me.
Yeah, oh, there
Eric
you go.
Silva.
The Guru's ruining my setup. He's ruining my setup. I'm texting about this earlier in the week.
Had some caught my thought. Eric Silva, I'm sorry.
Bastard. But yeah. So, all right, we've got a problema on our hands. This is the first of multiple problemas coming up on the card. Neither of them were my choice, but they're both here. We've got Ryan Gondra, the problema, versus Jose Daniel Chicho Medina. Chicho is like an endearing term for like chichis or, you know, like a guy with big titties, essentially. His people knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? And Ryan Gondra, like, listen, he could have a problema on his hands if we're in round 2 and round 3 of this fight. Because it's a lot of round 2. I mean, a lot of round 1, a little bit of round 2. But at elevation for this guy making his debut, and he's not like, I don't think he's necessarily a special prospect. So, okay, this is where discernment comes in, right? I'm not taking Jose Daniel Medina at plus 490. And I'm not taking Ryan Gondra at minus 675. My question for Guru is, are we yelling, you got to fight for 7.5 minutes? As Chicho is flapping his chichis around the cage.
Oh, wow. What I think I need to hear from Clint first. I need to marinate on that.
Gondra has 2 decisions. This is the fight goes the distance play of the day.
Clint, talk to me.
I mean, the only thing I'm thinking is, for some reason, I think his name is Ryan Ganja. Like,
I love it.
Ryan smoking the Gondra. Like,
yes,
how does that not the nickname for this man?
Because TB sucks.
But he had his own nickname.
He was a heavyweight. He's one of these big boys who got in shape via UFC. God love him. He's all the way down to 185 now. He's taking the Jared Cannonier career path. And so he's got big power. And I think he's got an unnecessary belief in his big power, because when you get these heavyweight guys on the regionals, speed kills. You could be a legitimate heavyweight, and someone who normally would fight at 205 or 185 will flatline that big man because they just cannot keep up with the speed. So Ryan has success regionally. He's coming to the UFC. He's fighting in the proper weight class now. I have no reason to believe that his power is going to be something all-knowing and all soul-crushing at the UFC caliber. I don't know that, right? So I know Jose Medina is tougher than a $2 steak. I know this guy refuses to fall over. I don't think Gondra is the next Atiba Gauthier. I have no reason to believe that. So this one's weird for me. I kind of feel like betting an over 1.5 makes sense because we're at elevation. Gondra does not slow down. He's going to just come forward and throw until he's tired. And then what? We know Jose Medina is not throwing anything back either. So then we end up in like a heavyweight hug fest type of match where both guys too tired to do anything.
Yes.
I think that this is the one. This is the one where we sit back and we goes, how the fuck did that go 15 minutes? I think it's going over.
Wait, but hang on. You said, wait, but here's the quote, Clint. I got to call you. The quote was, right? I don't think that Ryan Gondra is going to be finishing people at, UFC caliber, right?
Ooh.
Is Jose Daniel Medina UFC caliber?
No, but his durability is. So it's not defensive skills. It's not head movement.
Check left hook. I wasn't expecting that.
He is just he's built out of something different, man. It's fried bread and beans this man is raised on, right? Like, he's not going anywhere. Ryan's gonna hit him with everything he's got, and then he's a true heavyweight in his soul. He's gonna get tired.
Didn't Dusko just beat the shit out of him and then choke him out, though?
Yes.
No, he wrestled him and choked him out.
He didn't hurt him at all?
There was ground and pound maybe, but he just used his takedowns. Like, it's very easy to take this guy down.
He didn't hurt him on the feet, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Gondra could sub him. He's got 2 subs.
Theoretically, if he knows what's good for him, he'll take him down and he'll choke him out. That's entirely possible. But
I don't trust this guy.
I've seen nothing on the tape that tells me that's what his game plan is going to be. He walks forward and swings from his hip. Like, maybe that's a back pocket thing. If I don't knock him out, I'll just take him down. That's entirely possible. But if Ryan's not smart enough to grapple, I don't know if he's going to get a finish.
I think if there's any bet, it's an over, but that doesn't mean that there is one.
Wow.
I always have to remind myself that I don't have to bet every fight. So far, I've done a good job of avoiding this one. These are all just thoughts coming in and out of my brain.
We're having a chronic combat conversation out here.
I like it.
Speaking of which, give me a second.
And if anything, I'm smoking the Gondra.
Let's go. Guru's going to want to come back once he knows that it's Eileen Fiona Perez versus Macy Bieber Chasson. Plus 140. I mean, look at that handsome haircut over there. Versus, Fiona, what is she doing to the camera there? She mogging us? Yeah, wow. I mean, ultimately, I'm sketched out on this fight. So, Guru, how do you feel?
I think you made some interesting points earlier in the week to me. Just that Eileen Perez, pound for pound, is not the better striker, is not a finisher, needs top control time, right? Like is one-dimensional in that regard. So there's a lot of things to discount, poke at, question, wonder about with Eileen Perez. Yet, here she is, top 15 on a 5-fight winning streak. And UFC on their Instagram page is posting her, pole dance exercising. Like, they're going full lean with her.
Bro, that shit's hard.
Oh my God. Listen. No, and I am not joking. There is nothing sexual about this. That is a wonderful workout, and you have to be unbelievably strong to hold yourself on a pole. And
the amount of grip strength, it's unreal.
I love it.
Jeez.
So, mad respect. When you look at Macy Chasson, she's lost 3 of her last 5. She's beaten Myra Brenna Silva, which, again, a career falling off a cliff. Pani Kianzad. To say that Pani Kianzad's career fell off a cliff would mean it had to have been at a high point at some point. Compared to where she was, she's fallen off a cliff, right? Like, she has this girl hasn't beaten anybody, right?
Wait. You're making this argument about Chasson?
I'm not saying in her career.
Well, wait. Do you not want to go through Eileen Perez's?
No, we're not gonna look at the 5 worst fighters ever.
Yeah, so how can you say this about Chasson's competition?
Because the Jocelyn Edwards win is solid, And
Not at that
B,
stage. She had no wrestling at that stage. She's
brother,
fixed that by
that
going to a better
stage,
camp.
brother, that stage is 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, a year and a
Yes,
half
she
ago.
made a camp change after that and has been working on her wrestling ever since because she got
Okay.
embarrassed and twerked on. She
I
had no wrestling before that.
I understand. The point is you've got two careers going in different directions. At minus 166, that you're starting to get to a point where you can start considering playing Eileen Perez. She's been north of minus 200 all week. So if Macy Chiasson comes in, makes weight, looks great, I can understand where knees to the body are going to start dissuading Perez from getting these takedowns, and it's going to be a problem. So you don't need Perez in a parlay, but I mean, she could tip this tall bitch over twice and be fine.
Clint, what are you thinking?
You know, I've had an unhealthy attachment with Macy Chiasson. I've bet on her many a time and had mixed results. You know, she was kind of a money train for me there for a little while. I cashed with her against Norma Dumont. That stupid up kick to the body against Irene Aldana. She should have won that fight. It was in the bag. And then I believed in her on this run, her last couple of fights. So I cashed a couple times and then lost the last two because she just fell off a cliff. I don't know what's going on with her these last two fights. Ketlin Vieira, Yana Santos, she comes in overweight. She's, that was a big thing, is that she's a huge woman for this weight class. And it seemed like she had finally gotten her conditioning and her shape under control, had no problem making weight. She takes that fight with Ketlin Vieira up at 145. And I feel like, in hindsight, I'm looking back at this and I'm kind of trying to tie some strings together in my head to make this make sense. Guys, I think she struggled getting back down to 135 because they let her take a fight at 145. Like, she allowed herself to get out of shape. She allowed herself to blow up an extra weight class. And then she had a hard time coming back down where she belongs. So I think that's what happened. Now, if she comes in shape, raring and ready to go for this fight, Macy Chiasson has a lot of skills that could cause Eileen Perez problems. And she's an underrated grappler. She's very good at cage grinding. That is how she ended up getting the decision against Norma Dumont. She's got some nasty body shots. She's very live in this fight. I will say that. And I'm also a little bit concerned because Eileen Perez has already come out on record and said that she will turn down the fight if Macy Chiasson misses weight. Now, here's the thing, guys. I have two thoughts bouncing around in my head right now about this. I am absolutely for fighters who stand up to cheating, right? Why should you fight at a disadvantage? Why should you risk losing half your paycheck because your opponent was unprofessional? That is absolutely the right attitude. It is well within your right to say, look, I ain't doing that shit. But when I'm gambling, I want the guy that goes, I don't give a fuck if you come in at heavyweight. I'm going to tear your heart out with my bare hands. That's who I want to put my money on. And with Eileen Perez being like, I did my whole camp, I've got abs, I'm in the best shape of my life. I already took all my, already captured all my OnlyFans content because I'm in such good shape. I'm going to release that over the next 2 months for my subscribers. She's coming in here and going, I'm going to just call it quits if she misses weight ahead of time, just so you know. Like, that doesn't inspire confidence. That's not a reason for me to run to the window and bet this girl. I want to see them face off. I want to see what the size difference looks like. And if Macy Chiasson comes in like in crazy good shape and she's raring and ready to go here, I'm going to be watching very, very closely for a live bet, you guys. I said it's Eileen Perez. I think it's Eileen Perez by decision, but I think you have to wait and you have to do it live because Perez will hit takedowns early. This is one where you want to take the stab live. When you see a good number, when you see Chiasson start to turn those tables in round two, that's when you dive in feet first. I've been kind of stalking Macy Chiasson online, you guys, and I noticed that this is. Do you guys believe in dad strength for women? Is that a thing? I feel
might be.
For Justin Bieber, could be.
We've seen a couple of gay couples, right? We've seen Amanda Nunes come in there with dad strength. We've seen Rocky Pennington come in there with dad strength. And Macy Chiasson has got a kid now, you guys. Like, I think we could see lock the fuck in dad strength Macy Chiasson on Saturday. And if we get that version of her, she's dangerous here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be absolutely real with you. I mean, I know on paper it's a 6-inch height advantage, a 6-inch reach advantage. Like, it's no joke. Like, Macy legitimately kills herself to make weight. My issue is expecting Macy to hold up cardio at elevation after a crazy weight cut. Like, she legitimately would need to be in the best shape of her life, but it's a shame that 145 no longer exists because she truly is not meant to do this to her body. And that's what makes me not throw a dog shot here, is that as this fight goes on, and this is why I just wanted to play a little devil's advocate. I just wanted to rile up the guru's spirits. I wanted to make sure we're doing a proper dig here. Because what really stood out to me is not just that Eileen Perez gets takedowns and control time against Carol Hosa, because I was like, oh yeah, of course, like Carol Hosa is easy to take down. No, she outstruck her from distance too, and she landed way more distance volume than anything Macy's landed anytime recently. So what Macy needs to do is win this fight in the clinch and decisively, and do it for 10 out of 15 minutes. I don't even know if she's going to make weight, and I think Eileen Perez is saying that as gamesmanship. She's a UFC darling. She's not going to turn down the fight. She just wants to make sure that Macy actually cuts as much weight as possible. Fiona's coming in great shape as anticipated. The thing is, we're going to need to see
a really great shape.
Yeah, I know we talked about grip strength about something, but I didn't want to talk about her OnlyFans and make another joke, but you guys can put it together, right? We're not testing that type of grip strength. Carol Hosa, ultimately,
I heard she set the UFC PI record.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Stronger than Francis Ngannou. Sorry, had to hurt myself.
It's like a squat.
Yeah, just like it. You just got to think about your adductors. Eileen Perez here, though. I think you're right, Guru. Let the line keep crashing if it's going to.
I actually like that the line comes the other way.
Yeah, and maybe Macy has early success, like Clint's saying. And given a lot of recent trends, we've seen line movement happen one way and things go the other way. People seem to think that any type of line movement these days means that there must be a fix or an injury. Like, there is actually just regular line movement that happens as well.
No,
people get together and yeah, you know what? You're
no.
Right. Get that hat back out.
There is not.
But yeah, no. So I'm interested to see how this fight goes. I don't need Eileen at minus money. I was very happy. I think we got her plus money against Carol Hosa. Is that correct, Guru?
What?
Was Eileen Perez plus money against Carol Hosa? We bet her there. We did.
Yeah, she was.
I think so.
Sizably.
I'm going to need to know what the number was. But regardless, I would need a better price before I pull it. Like, minus 125 would be ideal, but you could talk to me at minus 140. And I think we get a better line live when Macy gives her all she's got in that first round. All right, we've got another problema on our hands because here's Christian Quinones. And depending how you look at the card, he could be the first or the second problema. Him and Ryan Ganja are going to have to fight it out. And on the other side, maybe the Guru likes this nickname. Maybe he doesn't. But it's Chris Heavy Bag Moutinho. And it's not because he likes hitting the heavy bag. It's because his face is a heavy bag. So plus 490, facing a guy in Christian Quinones, minus 675. I just don't think Quinones is ever a minus 675 fighter. The way that he would be, round one knockout, Wellmaker style. Pull a Sean O'Malley and go 15. I just don't trust this guy's cardio. We see him struggle down the stretch against Raoni Barcelos. Say Moutinho's not dead and out of there, right? The zombie, the ghost, the whatever of Moutinho, he could be causing a real problema for Quinones down the stretch if he's not careful. But at the end of the day, I get it. We've got a reach advantage, probably an athleticism advantage. And, Moutinho, talk about, UFC, like actual talented fighters. I'm not sure he really qualifies. So there is no dog shot to be had, but Quinones is not part of the parlays. Guru, what do you think about that?
Oh, I think I failed you. I think that this fight of all fights is one that really, really, really doesn't make sense when you look at the line at all. Yeah, Christian Quinones has a power advantage. And yes, Chris Moutinho is a retarded punching bag that like will do like just
He's
eat
the heavy
strikes.
bag.
I'm sorry.
He's the heavy bag for a
He's
reason.
yep. I like punching bag, but fine, heavy bag. Get it? Same idea. I'm not saying I want to take a shot on Chris Martino at plus 450,
Oh.
but I'll tell you what.
Oh God.
I'll tell you what.
Oh no.
Why would you not play an over 1.5 here?
Oh, he agrees with Mendoza. I was going to ask how you felt about it.
Why? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
He finished Khalid Taha, the steroid user, in 2022. He gets finished by Ho Kang by rear naked choke. Is that even on the table here? I don't think so. He loses to the ageless wonder Hani Barcelos in round 3. Over 1.5 is perfectly fine there. Boys, what are we talking about? Chris Martino got knocked out by Wellmaker. Even on the regional scene, his last 2 fights would cash that over. Yes, Martino's violent, and while also having zero regard for his own safety. But I don't know that Quinones for sure is going to be the one to make him pay. Hey, 10 knockouts, 4 round 2. 4 round 1, 6 round 2 is my point. He might take some time.
Wow. Yeah, give me an over. Clint,
yeah.
What do you want to give me here?
You know, I think this is
Quinones. He wants to give me, what is it? El Gaco Negro? That's what he wants to give you.
Jesus.
I think this is a Quinones KO minus 125, you guys. Like, that's, you know, it could come in any round. It could come at any minute. I think he gets the finish. I kind of think that Moutinho is just chopped at this point. I don't think his chin has anything left to give. You know, he left that thing on the floor when he fought Sean O'Malley, and God bless him. But I just don't think he's coming back. He's had 6 career knockout losses already. Wellmaker did the bad one, you know, just like put the nail in the coffin. And Quinones hits like a freaking truck. Nobody's ever finished Khalid Taha. And the ref jumped in so fast, he thought the man had died when he got hit in that fight. So I think Quinones knocks him out. Now, this is another one where you do want to watch. You do want to keep an eye on it. Potential live betting position because Quinones sucks. He is minus 675 because he should win this thing in round 1. But if he doesn't, things get hairy real quick. And if Quinones doesn't get this knockout early, then I'm really not convinced he's going to at all, you guys. That's kind of the thing for me. He can't grapple for his life. And he gets tired. So at elevation, this is the worst kind of chalk you can have. Yes, I think he wins. Yes, I think he wins by knockout, but I can't put money on him because he could fall apart in multiple different ways and leave me there holding the bag. If anything, it's the knockout prop at minus 125 because that's cheap. I'm not talking anybody out of watching for a live opportunity on Chris Moutinho. I'm really not. I don't know that you want to take that 28-1 sub prop click. It's possible. It's greasy. It's nasty. I don't think I've ever seen Moutinho actively go out and grapple before, but after a life-changing KO, maybe that's when you consider it.
It's true, and that would be the path. That would be the path. I mean, you got to really squint. You got to really consider. But basically, at the end of the day, do not bet Christian Quinones here. Nothing in it for you at all. Don't do it. Not recommended. Not advised by the Triple C conglomerate. All right. The Muscle Hamster, D. Silva, Douglas Silva, De Andrade. Shout out to Dan Tom and his boys, D on Drugs, more like it. Versus Javier Blair Reyes making his UFC debut. This is another one of those fights where I have to hold myself back. Pull myself back from the ledge.
Why?
I wanted Douglas.
Why can't we?
He's got no volume and he doesn't actually knock anybody out anymore. Who's the last guy he knocked out? Who's the last guy he knocked out? And who's he taking down and holding down? Who does he have cardio? Miles Johns had better cardio than Douglas Silva Day on drugs. So here's my only consideration, though. He's had a few years off.
He's won 3 of his last 5. I've seen worse 200 plus 200 dog shots.
Yeah, you're right. I know. But we've got a few years off coming off of a drug suspension where he's moving back up to 145.
Well, because he can't have the drugs to cut the weight.
Yeah, I know. But then, like, we
it's
saw a pretty
major
washed
regression.
version in the Miles Johns fight. And I can't imagine it gets much better in this one. And I'm not claiming to be a Javier Reyes, ball knower, but, what that guy does is he's got cardio and he's got pace. So unless you're finishing him and getting him out of there, or truly like an elite, a really good fighter who has a lot of volume, I get it. There's ways to get Javier Reyes to lose. I just don't know that Andrade really brings enough volume or enough power to do it consistently, and I think he's going to be the one that has the bigger gas tank issues down the stretch. But Clint, maybe you know something I don't hear. What do you think about this one?
I don't know shit.
Fair enough.
Douglas Silva is a guy that you can't trust. He's old. These ageless wonder Brazilians, they just fight forever, and it's awesome. But he's 40, you guys. Like, we just saw this last week.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I mean, with guys like Dan Ige, Jeff Neal, it's the same thing with Douglas. He's alternating wins and losses. He's taking big shots from people. One of these days, that chin's gonna crack. Like, it's gonna happen. So I can't trust a 40-year-old Brazilian who's cutting this kind of weight. Javier Reyes, you guys, I said this guy looks like Michelle Pereira and Johnny Walker had a baby. Like, he's a yoga instructor. He teaches dance lessons. He tries to savvy his way out to the cage, and he enjoys the music. Like, he wants to go out there and do flips. He's the new Michelle Pereira, and that'll be fun and exciting for him until he gets a step up in competition, and then he'll get his ass whooped. So I think he can style on Douglas. Is he going to knock Douglas out? I don't know. I could see him winning a decision where this thing greases over the 2.5 and he hits Andrade with everything in the kitchen sink, and Douglas just doesn't go away, but he gets 200 significant strikes landed on his face. I'm gonna pick Javier Reyes in this fight. And I think it's by decision. So I kind of like the over 2.5, but I have a firm no touchy policy with either of these guys because I don't trust either of them.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. You can't do it here, man. I'm not betting Reyes. He's not parlayable. I don't want any of it. Silva, I don't trust him. He's got no gas. He's got no volume. He's got no knockout power at this stage. Either of these guys could surprise me from what my read of that is and what you are basically telling and advising the people as well. But I'm not here to find out with my money. Guru, did you have anything different there? I'm sorry. I know we had a little conversation. I didn't know if I gave you a full.
No, you didn't, but which is probably for the best. I don't have much. I see that his most recent loss is to Chris Makate, who is somebody that I've been calling for his chance to be in the UFC. I would imagine that this kid is going to get his chance. He actually lost his last fight in August and doesn't seem to have anything booked. So that's probably why he didn't get his shot on Dana White Contender Series or something else. But no, I don't have much.
All right, fair enough. I appreciate the effort.
You know what? What I will say very quickly.
Say it.
Very, very quickly.
Okay, we got important stuff coming up.
And I'm sure you've probably already touched on it.
Okay.
Are we sure that Douglas Silva de Andrade is getting finished? Sure, the Rob Font finish looks terrible, but Peter Yan,
they threw the towel in on that one too, mind you guys. It was not a clean KO.
Yeah,
so it's 4 decisions. He's been finished by Peter Yan and a Rob Font choke out.
Yeah, but that was a crazy one.
I'm not sure that this guy with 4 decision wins on the regional circuit, I don't know that he's getting a finish for sure.
I trust whatever cocktail that Silva's on now to bulk up again at 145. I think that's keeping him on his feet the entire fight.
So look at the over. The over is minus 130. We can
See
get
the fight
Fight Goes the
goes.
Distance at plus money.
Can we?
I bet we can.
Well, if you can, then I'm a betting man for 1 unit. All right, we're moving on. We've got oopsies. Did I really do that? Is that really it?
That's Juju. How could you? You know what? You actually might need to go change it. This girl.
What do you mean? That's not Juju. That's Regina. That's her picture from
Good
the
Lord,
other
that
fight league she was
that is the worst picture of this poor girl. She looks like fucking Juju there.
Well, this is the best sized profile fight picture that I could do. Oh
Girls
no, what I was upset about is I thought I had heard Ernesta's nickname wrong. No, this is her nickname. What a fraud.
No, what I actually hate the most of all of this is how not centered her name is, like the nickname and the name with the.
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
Okay, here. I don't even need to say anything. The
No,
guru
you
knows
don't.
what I've been going through this week.
You don't need to say anything. I legitimately thought that was Juju Miller in the picture.
Yeah. So as cooked as I thought I was coming into this,
I thought it was her.
this is just what it looks like when she's not taking filtered photos on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
This is what, like, I'm just saying, like, she's great.
Filter shaming people.
I'm just saying, like, she's great. She's great. She's awesome.
I was telling TB,
She's
it's rare.
phenomenal.
I was telling TB, it's rare somebody makes their debut and is already pound for pound top 10.
Kill Bill.
Regina might already, you know what I'm saying?
Ernesta Caracate, heavy-handed. This is an egregious nickname that I did not come up with. Because, guys, she's got more decisions than knockouts in her career. And when she does win by decision, it's a split decision. Ernesta, we've got some talking to do. We're going to have to change her nickname. We're going to call her Bird and Ernie. Bird and Ernie, Ernesta Caracate.
See, you know what? I like that.
Nice. Let's go.
I like it.
You are, I would say, you're more Ernie and I'm Bert, I think. Is that how it would go?
Yes.
You guys are never.
Are you kidding
You guys are
me?
never beating the allegations after going Bert and Ernie.
Are you kidding me? Of course I'm Ernie. The crabby, unibrow, lemon sucking, miserable fuck. Yeah, that's you, not me. Hey, Bert, why don't you cheer up a little bit?
Yeah, that sounds like me every time we lose a bet talking to you.
Fair.
Yeah. You fuck. All right, so Kill Bill. Does she come in and kill Ernesta? Because Kill Bill is 6 finishes out of her 7 career wins. She was scheduled to take a Muay Thai fight this, like basically right around this time. And she gets to keep it at 130. She was supposed to fight at 130. So instead of making a 125 cut, she gets to make a nice little cushy debut. She's a UFC PI Mexico. I wouldn't say graduate. Like she's there, you know what I mean? But like she's graduating to the UFC from the PI. Clearly someone that they wanted to give an opportunity to here. Montenegro, I don't know if I saw what others were seeing from like a dog shot perspective necessarily. I wasn't 100%. Like, I get it. Caracate is always in a close fight. You know, we also saw that, you know, it was potentially going to be a bloody war on the feet. In this one, I think we've got a better finishing potential from the debuting prospect. And she's the one on her home turf here. She trains out of this PI. So at dog money, I'm getting the better finishing upside. And even if it does go to decision, you're getting the Mexican prospect against someone that really is only winning split decisions. Carly Judy, split decision. Nicole Cagliari, split decision. When she loses to Diony Barbosa, it's a unanimous. And Taryn, she's got a little bit of grappling upside. It's usually after hurting someone, but, you know, I think ultimately it's like Caracate, what we could trust is that she's going to go high output from distance. But what I'm not 100% sure about is what's going to happen as the fight starts playing out at elevation. And this is where Regina's from. What do you think, Drew? You think it's dumb?
I don't think it matters. I think it's short notice. I think that this girl, like you've already kind of said, is an Instagram model. WWE NXT trying to make it. Who she beat? 0-0, 1-0, 1-1, 5-2, 5-3, 7-5, 3-1. Welcome to the UFC. You're hot.
Wow.
Like, no. Well, you
Damn.
got somebody here who has fought UFC caliber people. You just watched Carly Judice last week. You just told me that she's legit after surviving a sub attempt late versus Juju, who I guess that was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Cagliari is not a good fighter, but she's a physical specimen. And Barbosa, who she loses to, is a legit athlete at something. This girl's not legit at anything. She beat Caitlin Neal, which I'm pretty sure. Again, I love Caitlin Neal. If she came in right to the UFC, she'd be pound for pound top 4. She's bad.
Guru's staking some claims today.
Oh, I love her from Tough. Oh, I love her. But anyway, the point is that she knocks this girl out in round 2. She retires. Like, she had already come in. She knew that she was retiring. Like, beating Caitlin Neal by knockout there means absolutely nothing. Nothing. So I don't think Regina's real. I'm thinking minus 170 on a fighter that's been preparing to come here, that has already thrown all these strikes. I like her chances. I think heavy-handed gets it done.
Damn.
Anytime I get the chance to fade the public, I do it. TB, what's my favorite bet in football?
The under.
Damn straight. Nobody
What
wants
are you
to bet
thinking,
that.
Glenn?
Who bets an under in the Super Bowl?
People who are boring.
Me. Yeah, exactly. Me. There's nothing more boring than making fucking money.
That's facts, man. There is nothing more boring than making money. If you bet unpopular unders, you just print. It's true. And I don't have the ability. So props to anybody who can pull that shit off. I'm not watching a game rooting for an under ever. Guys, I'm pissed because I was so ready to swoop and buy low on Ernesta. Now, I know the Sophia truthers out there are going to say that Vegas made the call and she's been pulled off for unknown reasons, and it's because all the money that was coming in, and Ernesta was going to whoop her ass, you guys. Like, that was not going to be the dog of the week everyone believed it was going to be. I thought Ernesta was going to finish her late in that fight. I like Ernesta. I like Ernesta a lot. She is big. She's got really heavy, strong hips. She's got a good sprawl on her. She knows how to build back up to her feet when she gets taken down. She is nasty at range. She's quick for her size, big clinch knees, good body shots. Like, I love this chick. I think she's got a very high future in the UFC if she can just kind of harness this physical potential here. Regina coming in here on super short notice. I haven't had time to look into her at all. All I know is she was going to be like a WWE star. And so she's there. And so the UFC was like, you're in shape and we'll throw you in the cage. So this is literally just, oh my God, save the fight. Get in there. I mean, if she manages to get in there and win a fist fight against a trained UFC fighter like this, after trying to go be a wrestler and simply just being a body for the UFC to throw in, I mean, she'll have an instantaneous fan in me, right? Like, I'll love that. I'll love that story. I'll cheer the hell out of her for the rest of her career. But I don't have any idea what skills she has. So I can't preview anything for you guys as far as how this matches up. I don't know how big she is. I got to wait and see these two size up. I have no clue. I expect Ernesta to have a height and reach advantage here, but I don't know that for certain. It's a giant question mark. But after all those question marks, like you said, I'll take the person who's trained, who's ready to fight, who I know I've seen fight at this level before, who was ready to go for this fight camp at elevation. And Ernesta isn't going to have to go through that grueling weight cut process, but she trained to be in shape at 125 pounds. She just doesn't have to cut the extra 10. I can't see how that's anything but a benefit for her and her cardio in this fight. Regina, on the other hand, a natural 125er, not having to be in fighting shape for an elevation fight. Yeah, fuck that. Like, I think Ernesta might hurt this girl. We'll see. I need to run the tape. I got to see what she's capable of. I don't know that for certain, but I like Ernesta.
We're saying short notice, not prepared. She was signed to fight in Budo Cento Championship 33 on February 26, aka she was supposed to fight today against Grizel Garcia in a Muay Thai
TB,
but it wasn't MMA
matchup.
TB, I think
so she's getting the weight class she was supposed to be cutting to.
I think there's something up with your internet. Cutting in and out.
Yeah.
But in any event, I'm with Clint here. I think Ernesta is more prepared for this fight and is more prepared without a doubt.
Yeah, my computer can't handle processing topology and running a live stream, so I apologize.
No, definitely not. You gave us a
I closed that shit. Yeah, big time. But basically, that was my only point. Was like she's not, and Ernesta's not going to wrestle her. So why does it matter? She was training for a Muay Thai fight.
Ernesta could wrestle her. I mean,
I don't know that she's really got that. You know,
it's just the fact that it could happen. And let's say, you know, she's a kickboxer, right? Or she's starting to kickbox. She was signed for a kickboxing fight. What level? What level is this chick that she was supposed to kickbox? Because is she just working out to stay busy until she gets the call for the WWE? Because if this chick, Grizel Garcia, she's 0-1 in MMA, what was she in kickboxing? I mean, she looks tiny, dude. I don't know that this girl is serious at all in anything. She has a Muay Thai win. She lost her only MMA fight. That's all I can find on her right now. But I don't know anything. She's ranked number 831 in Central America. That doesn't inspire much confidence. Like this seems like a fight that maybe Regina was taking to stay busy. Maybe this is a paycheck, right? She's fighting up out of her natural weight class to stay busy. That's not the same thing as being prepped for a fight. You know what I mean?
That's fair. I just like, is it possible, you know, Regina Taryn was training with Montenegro? Because I've seen some photos of them like in the cage. They're both, I think, UFC PI. Could that be why she's making the replacement here? You know, I think that there's something behind the line being plus 142. Do you think it's her ass guru? Is that what it is? Is it that she's pound for pound?
I'm telling you, it's that she's pound for pound. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make sense. Right? The Chewbacca defense. It does not make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, she looks like she's pretty mean. I'm just looking through some of her clips and stuff like that. You know, Regina.
Brother, she's hitting pads.
No. I'm watching like her fight clips. I'm watching her like ground and pound the hell out of this girl and rear naked choke another one. Like it looks like she's got a decent like top game on the mat. Again, guys, I need to do the full research. I need to see what she can do. I'm working off clips here. The line is suspect. Like, why would it be this close if she wasn't something?
Because she's something outside of the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Either way, it's sus. I'm probably not betting it. I was gonna bet Ernesta against Sophia.
What's the line if Ernesta comes in? I mean, Ernesta's the one that pulls out, but it's Sofia Montenegro versus Regina.
See, I don't know Regina though, so I can't tell you. That's the problem.
Purple belt and BJJ.
I think Sophia sucks. I think Sophia sucks. I'll tell you that.
I didn't think she was good.
Pick them.
I think there is intrigue here. I think there is intrigue on the Regina side that, like, you know, I guess she hasn't fought the best competition. I'm not sure that at the end of the day, Ernesta Karashkate is going to be the best competition she's faced. I think it's a lot of empty volume that if you have something to offer back, whether it's power or wrestling or some type of control time, you know, if you are above average in any of those areas, I think you could win against Ernesta. I don't think
Bro,
she's special.
I'm gonna have to take a piece of the sub prop on Regina.
Yeah.
She's got a nasty rear naked choke on her, and I'm just as I'm kind of digging through some of her old photos and videos and stuff. This girl's got some grappling chops on her. She's at
So
least a blue belt. I'm seeing she's got her blue belt, so she knows how to grapple a little bit.
it looks like she can't get real opponents. Like she's a pretty solid athlete. Like Ernesta is all skin and bones. Like she's got a bit more fill out to her. I'm not saying she's like the best at anything, but like I'm telling you, I think there's something.
I love you guys, but for 3 gentlemen that had 0 on this fight, holy fuck. Let's move on.
Eric,
That is fair.
because there's nothing here. Eric the King Silva plus 525, and then we're looking at Francis Fire Marshall minus 750. Eric Silva is in the situation we talked about earlier, proving to the UFC that I can get cleared by a medical doctor to fight in the UFC, and the UFC is like, great, you're not fucking getting insurance for your knee injury that you've been out for 2.5 years for. That's basically all they want. They don't want to be on the hook for that, for a career-ending injury. That's why Eric Silva's back. He loses this fight. He gets choked out in round 2 or 3. Maybe it's even round 1. But I'm not going to be here to find out financially. There you go. Breakdown's done. What do you got, Guru?
I didn't ask you to rush through this fight. But...
No, that's all I got here. That's it.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Francis Marshall inside the distance. I think that's fair. For once, TB, what do you think
Wow.
about as I'm thinking, what do you think about the under for a change? If he gets a finish maybe early, you might as well just play him early. But even still, he's got 1 KO in round 2, 2 subs in round 1, 2 subs in round 3.
So it goes one of 2 ways. I think if Silva suffers an in-fight injury again, that would be the UFC's first. That would be their worst nightmare. Second, because then they have to wait for him to come back again to cut him after he fights his next fight. But I think Marshall is also not that great on the feet. Like I think Silva can survive with his BJJ for a round, and then I think he gasses out and he's dead in round 2, round 3. I think his round 2, round 3 sub is my projection. Maybe it's a knockout, but were you listening even though you asked me the question?
Yes, of course.
Okay. All right.
Round
Well,
2, round 3 sub for Marshall. I think it makes sense. Putting it as a grandma's couch cushion.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not parlaying this guy. There's no need.
I think you can.
Come on, boy. You said what does minus 650 get you earlier?
No, minus 750 does nothing. He should win though. He's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, this is just. I mean, it's a Brazilian versus a white boy. Like I don't know why they're even here.
Because he's gonna win and he needs a fight.
Yeah, that's fair. And they're like, we need to get Silva off the roster.
Francis Marshall was just robbed versus Marion Santos. He's gets a tough fight versus Gomi. Bulgarian before he decides to sell his career and his soul to the devil.
Oh,
a split versus Bazookia that wasn't a split. Like this guy's had a fairly unlucky UFC run. They're like, let's give you something that you're guaranteed not to fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Clint, what do you think?
I think that Francis Marshall in his last 4 fights has gone to split decision 3 times. And you can never be minus 750 in that circumstance. I think he can out wrestle Eric Silva. Eric Silva is old and slows down and he's coming off a knee injury. It's a lot like a lot of the other guys we talked about earlier in the evening. However, Francis Marshall is young, is not a very good striker who gets hit a lot. Like, he should be able to get top time here, but I wouldn't be shocked if he grinds this thing to another boring ass decision and can't find the finish on Eric Silva, you guys. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if Eric Silva was just a good enough BJJ player to be able to stay safe off of his back here. And then they both get tired. So Francis Marshall gets takedowns and that's the fight. Like why is this over 1.5 at minus 130? Because I know Eric Silva had a bad loss in his last fight, but let's not forget his leg got destroyed. When he lost to TJ Brown, it took until round 3, TJ cooking this guy, and TJ took some shots early in that fight too. So I don't think he's winning in round 1, but anytime this guy has lost, it's been in round 3 twice via submission, both times, and then a fluke leg injury against Muhammad Naimov. Does Francis Marshall strike anywhere near the level of Muhammad Naimov? I think this is round 2, round 3 sub for Francis Marshall if he's going to follow the blueprint. But over 1.5 is extremely playable here.
Yeah, I get it. It's probably the logical thing to do. Like Silva's probably going to give you something early here. Yeah. But oh man, this is a tough one.
And I mean, seriously, look back at Francis Marshall. So far in the UFC, he's had what? 5 fights?
Yeah.
Split. So those all went the distance.
Right.
His only fight that finished in round 1 was the fight he lost by ground and pound to Isaac Dulgarian, you guys. So he beats Marcelo Rojo, but that's in round 2. Connor Matthews is a bum. That's the guy he beat on Contender Series. Decision. Michael Lawrence, rear naked choke, round 3. Ray Trujillo, decision. Like you got to go all the way back until like 2021, where he's fighting 0-0 and 2-1 guys for him to be getting first round chokes. Francis Marshall is not a round 1 finisher. Why? What's wrong with the over 1.5 here? This is last week's Diwali over 1.5 spot, guys. Like, it's staring me in the face. Why is this minus 135? This feels like a gift.
Damn it. I mean, you're making a lot of sense, Clint. You're making a lot of sense. And if it does get gassy and blah, 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 what if it's both guys? And what if it's just sloppy control grappling with no threat of a finish?
Yeah. I do think that eventually Francis Marshall can probably find his way to a dominant position and a submission, but I don't think it's happening in round 1.
Yeah. Respectable.
No, right. I think everybody's safe in round 1.
So you guys thought El Gallo Negro was the worst we were going to hit you with today. You get to close out the show because it's party time. It's Wes Schultz, but it's also party time for a different reason. It's penis time. It's Damian. I don't care what the people tell you. It's Damian Penis.
So we have 2 black cocks on this card.
2 black cocks on this card. The Baby Yaga. That's clearly a nickname for his Gallo Negro. Damian Penis. Man, yeah, we're going to see how long it takes to go to Pound Town. That's all I got to say. Is this going to be a premature stoppage by the referee? Guess we're going to find out if people were, taking their proper supplements before the fight. But ultimately, Schultz, his version of partying, like, he does not wrestle enough for me to feel comfortable taking a dog shot. And I know he's the better grappler, but I don't trust him to use it immediately. He's going to crash forward. He's going to get into these crazy clinch firefights and just hope like, hey, man, give me that back. Let me see what's going on over there. And Damian's just going to be like, I'm bringing you the penis. And he's probably just going to knock him out. The Baby Yaga by brutal. Is the penis going to choke him out or pound him out? That's the real question. Guru, I know you weren't listening to a single word. How are you feeling about this fight?
I'm feeling like what's the point of Dana White Contender Series if you're going to give me 2 Dana White Contender Series people in their UFC debut against each other? Like, tell me you don't know what to do with them more than just book them against each other. You might as well have a March Madness tournament of Dana White Contender Series. What the fuck? No, I'm serious. That would be more exciting. What are we doing?
Well, Wesley didn't really make it through on his first time.
No,
so the punishment for that is in your debut, you have to fight a better Contender Series opponent that made it through on his first time.
You listen, losing to Dylan Budka in LFA, you probably should have to retire.
Yeah, I would agree.
But losing to Mansur Abdul Malik is like, okay, you got out athleticism to buy a guy, that's a fucking freak.
Yeah, but Mansur's been like taking people to overs and decisions. Like he's been.
Hey, that over 1.5 would have cashed in that fight too. He finishes him late round 2
because I think he's doing it on purpose.
Right? He's probably. You know what? That's probably really funny. He's probably literally rich and caking.
Betting he's over 1.5.
All right, but here's the thing.
Penis power.
Penis hasn't finished any. I mean, He's finishing 8-1 Vitor Costa, 4-5 Wesley Silva. I don't know. I mean, his only loss is a DQ. You want to shout for 7.5 minutes to start the night in Mexico? I mean, you could listen. We don't even have to go there. Plus 154. We need fight to start round 2. That's going to be plus money. We have to yell for 5 minutes. You got to fight. I like those odds. But what you're going to see is Wes Schultz shooting for takedowns, getting stuffed, and probably eating elbows and fucking uppercuts till he dies. TB, you got a line? Clint, you got a line? We're about to let you go. Take care of your family.
We're going to return you to your family, Cartel.
Release me out into the wild.
Yeah, exactly. TB,
man,
nobody has a line for me?
What?
So this one,
fight to start round 2.
yeah, I don't have a line on that. Let me see.
TB, I thought was looking for it, but he was touching himself.
Yeah, I was obviously looking at my own penis.
Jesus.
I mean, Damien penis. Sorry. Like my own lines on him.
His name's not penis. It's penis.
How about you go, Clint?
Well, I was trying to assist with the line hunting.
Nice.
Yeah, this one's tough, you guys, because I actually think Pinas has like a really nice right hand. I love how fast his right hand goes on the trigger. And I have just a built-in bias against these guys who have been to Dana White's Contender Series twice. If you take 2 shots to get your contract, you're probably not going to amount to much. So I kind of think this is a Pinas spot. They're looking for him to do exactly what West just lost to in his last fight. So it's on West to go out there and make some improvements and show that he can stop that from happening to him again. But I don't think that's going to work. Pinas looks very strong, very athletic. He's very fast. He's very explosive. His boxing is good. West doesn't like moving backwards, guys. Like he did not handle the pressure well. He did not handle the damage well. And if you watch when he's now, I can't speak to this because I can't remember back on his Contenders debut, but he was like huffing in the corner, you guys. He was exhausted after one round of running for life. He was completely wiped. So I don't see much changing here. I feel like Pinas is going to be able to be a bully. I feel like he's going to be able to walk West down. I think he's going to hurt him when he touches him. And yeah, so I think it's Pinas, but I don't like minus 125. And I don't like the under either. I could see this one going over. This could be one of those greasy ones where you play the over 1.5 and it looks good. And then the KO happens like right at the 2-minute mark. So you lose. I don't want a piece of this. I think Damien can win this fight, and I think he does, but not one I feel strongly enough to get involved with my money.
Yeah, that's respectable, man. And like we're all gonna have a penis party to start the night. It's party time. It's Wes Schultz, so just enjoy it. It's gonna be hilarious. This is gonna be a good fight from an entertainment perspective. Yeah, fight to start round 2. They all helped you out. So I don't know if it's enough for me. Maybe we gotta you gotta fight though. It could be a fun time. Ultimately, I hope you guys had fun tonight because I know I did. Always a great time with my boys, especially with our man Clint coming in. An electric time. He definitely understands the concept of the show. So appreciate you so much. You can find us in all the right places. And before we pass it off to the guru to do his thing and get us out of here, Clint, what do you got to say for the people?
Hey, I just got to apologize for not being as inebriated as I usually am for the show because I do understand the assignment. Thank you guys very much for inviting me. You guys know I love talking fights with you. This was an absolute blast. We'll get you on the Die Hard MMA podcast very soon. So we'll do this again. And I hope everybody avoids the landmines this week, you guys. This is a crazy card. It's kind of a hard one to bet. So I hope the fights are good and entertaining so we can all have a good night. And then hopefully next week, we all just find value spots and just rain showers of money on each other. And people call us gay, but we don't care because we've got so much cash. It just doesn't bother us. That's what I'm hoping for, but we got to get through this week first.
Let's go. Let's go. Guru, take us away to that special place.
I was just about to sing, but you already said it. Clint, seriously, dude, the Uno reverse card. Thank you so much for your time, man.
You guys didn't even tell. They're not going to get that reference. You got to tell the people.
All right, tell
they
the
need
people.
to understand.
Clint had asked us short notice to pull up. We were rocked with a blizzard over here on the East Coast, which Clint would know nothing about.
No power.
I'm wearing
I don't care how much of a
sleeve
Minnesota
t-shirts.
Viking fan he is. He has got no idea about these blizzards. So we were rocked over here. He'd asked us to come through. Normally we would have at least at minimum answered in time. Of course, Clint, huge superstar, finds a guest that is, of course, willing to answer him and come on in the time before we can even answer. But within that time, we're like, hey, man, we're super sorry about missing the show, missing the opportunity to come on. But how about you come on our show instead? And Clint's like, yeah, about that. And he's like, you know what? I guess I can do that. So Clint's the fucking man. Clint, one of our longest guests ever. You and Lucrative have really just been on the show for literally the last. This is season 5, season 6, season 6.
He's been on since season 2, I think.
Clint, this is episode 212 of Chronic Combat Conversations.
Wow.
So you've had at least 5 episodes. So like, that's pretty significant.
That's our dog right there.
I hold a place of honor.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. So seriously, Clint, thank you so much for your time. Make sure you guys are listening to, following, subscribing to the Die Hard MMA podcast. Awesome content. You just get a really, really kind, fantastic, hardworking guy in Clint. So make sure you guys go listen to that. Tons of great guests. Make sure you're following my co-host, even though he's got shitty nicknames, TB Scouting MMA, over on Twitter, Instagram, Picket, Tapology. And you can follow me, the Guru Scouting MMA, over on Twitter, Instagram, Picket, Verdict, Tapology, and Bet MMA. You can see us there. Guys, be safe out there. Let's make some money. And hey, pay-per-view next week, Andrew Gambit. You don't want to miss that. Yeah, TB, you can play me out. It's fine. Guys, Andrew Gambit, pay-per-view next week. Rematch. Really, you can't miss that. It's like 11 million straight weeks of UFC. So we'll see you next week.